Alright guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and as I mentioned in my previous video, I was moving apartments and we're here. And you might be thinking, wow, this looks fairly familiar to your old flat. And yes, it is, because we actually moved higher up in the building. So pretty much everything is the same, just reversed. And the best thing about this new apartment is the amount of natural light that is available to us. So it means that all of the videos are hopefully going to look a little bit brighter. Obviously not right now because it's quite black here, but everything else is super amazing. And yes, apologies for the mess at the moment. We're still moving in all of these clothes on that chair. I'm waiting for some hangers to come from IKEA. But if you just take a look at this space, it is very, very bright, like way brighter than the old apartment. So we're actually facing a clear view. We've got no obstructions in the way, which is amazing because now we can actually see sunlight. We can actually see Canary Wharf in the distance as well. And yeah, it's just super, super amazing because I actually feel really fresh these days. My mood is just so much better being with natural light. And I wake up now and I'm not like crawling out of bed. I can actually get on with my day. I can actually focus. And even when I am tired, I still kind of feel awake, you know? I'm not really sure how to describe it, but in the old flat, I would just never feel like awake. I would always feel like I had maybe a bit of a headache. Everything was a bit foggy, a bit cloudy. But now all of that is just gone. And I just feel super, super happy all of the time. And I guess, yeah, sunlight is definitely a huge, huge factor to your health and well-being, I guess. So yes, super, super excited. And yeah, I was just like looking at my YouTube channel over the last couple of days, just looking at some analytics. And I just noticed that whenever I go to Hong Kong, everyone's like, oh, you just seem so much happier over there. Like maybe you should move over there. But now that I've moved here, I actually don't know if it's just because of the lack of sunlight or natural light in the previous apartment, which was really, really getting me down. And I thought it was just London as a whole. Obviously, the weather is really, really good in the UK at the moment. We are in April, so it's kind of like spring now and leading into summer. But the weather has just been fantastic. Like it's just been blue skies all the time for the last week and a half. And I actually just kind of feel like I'm in good spirits. Like I'm feeling as good as I was in Hong Kong. So like that is just really, really good because that means that it's not the location, it's more just maybe the environment that I was in, like in the flat, if that makes sense. So yeah, good vibes, good life. I will give you a flat tour, but it is really messy at the moment and this is not going to be the final product. Like, I'm not sure if you can see here, the standing desk that I got from Flexi Spot is just in the middle because there's just nowhere to put it. If you remember where this shelving unit is, that was where the dining table was. But it was in quite an awkward position because we would just end up putting rubbish on it or just things that we don't really care about. And it just meant that we never really ate at the table together. So we've moved it back into the old position, which is over here where my laptop is, which is probably the perfect position for this table. So yeah, I'm not really too sure what to do with the standing desk. And I don't know, maybe we could get an island in the middle as well from IKEA, who knows? But we'll see. I will give you a proper apartment tour maybe in the next couple of weeks because yeah, I'm not too confident or comfortable. Comfortable is the word. I'm not too comfortable showing you guys the apartment in this current state. So yeah, that is the IKEA wardrobe. This is the Omar system, which is really fantastic for this space. In our previous apartment, we actually didn't really utilize this space very well. We put a lot of our suitcases here. We also had a really rubbish clothing rack, which we would put all of our bulky clothes or coats that we wouldn't really use. And it just meant that this space was a little bit wasted, really. And the wardrobe that comes with the apartment is built in and it's really, really small. So last year we were kind of fighting a lot. Well, not fighting, but as in like, you know, space was very, very limited for both of our clothes. And now that I'm a fashionista on Instagram, I do have a lot more clothes now. There's also a sensor for the light. And yeah, I can put all of my shoes at the bottom as well, so it means that the hallway isn't as cluttered. So yeah, this year we're going to be more strategic with where we place our bulky items, our storage things that we don't really use that often. I still personally want to throw away a lot of things because I really hate hoarding items. It's just not necessary. So yeah, this is really good. I'm gonna get some IKEA, what do you call them, like storage bags for clothes. I can put them on top of here. I'm not sure if you can see that, or maybe here. But yeah, this is really good. This is like 200 centimeters tall and very, very sturdy. And yeah, personally really like it. All right, good morning. It is Saturday, it's around 9:30 and we're gonna do our long run. I've opted to do it today rather than tomorrow because we want to go to Chinatown and have some dim sum tomorrow and also head for a coffee with some friends. So rather than being very fatigued after my run and then crawling around for the rest of the day, I've decided to do it now. In terms of the distance today, the program does say 31 kilometers. However, I'm gonna see how I feel. And if I feel quite comfortable at 31 kilometers, I'm gonna go and do 34, which is what I was supposed to do last week. I know it's probably not great to do it so late into the training program, but I really do want to get a longer run in before the marathon because after 30 kilometers, there's still 12 kilometers to go. So I really want to get, you know, that feeling to push a little bit more. In terms of my fueling, I'm gonna have 4 of these MyProtein Hyrox energy gels. These have 30 grams of carbs in it. And I'm gonna have 1 before my run, and then I'm gonna take 3 during the run, 1 at 8K, 16K, and 24K, or maybe 9, 18, 27, see how I feel then. So in terms of nutrition, I did do a little bit of research yesterday just to see what I should be eating before my runs. And there is a thing called carb loading that we should all do for our longer runs. And I believe they say you need around 7 to 10 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight, which is a lot of carbs. Like I'm around 75 kilos, so that's 750 grams of carbs you want to eat leading up to your long run. Yesterday I just had like 2 cups of rice. I had a lot of bread. Also had like some squares bars as well, like these things. So we'll see. Definitely had a lot more carbs compared to my previous weeks where I wouldn't usually eat many carbs. I come from a bodybuilding and in the gym background, and obviously the nutrition is very different there. It's all about high protein. I was more on like a keto diet, so very high protein, medium fat, very, very little carbs. So I was eating more like olive oils, eggs, avocado, all of those kind of things, and not really eating that many carbs. So it's very, very different now. So yeah, it's very interesting to see the effects of the carbs that I'm eating. So whether it could be carbs from rice, so yesterday I had lots of rice, or pasta, or oats or Weetabix like I had this morning. And also I'm eating quite a lot of sweets as well, and like sugar. So that's like very fast releasing carbohydrates. So we'll see how, you know, my body is functioning. It's very interesting. But yes, we'll head to the gym. We'll head for the run. 31k, honestly feeling absolutely shattered and destroyed. But basically 2.5 to go. So I'm gonna push through and maybe run just slowly. I feel like my left calf is gonna cramp soon as well. So yeah, just gotta be careful now, but feeling good. I'm so happy, so happy that I did the 31k. So let's go. Should be a cramp in the calf, in the quads as well. So yeah, just gonna do a little stretching and then try and limp home. Try and complete 34, even if I have to walk, I still want to do it. Oh my god, that was so painful. Last K, it's literally an uphill headwind as well. Legs are absolutely sore. Yeah, so happy that's done. Gonna get home, eat, maybe even get, I don't know, a nice drink or something. I'll see you back home. We are back home at last and we're having some post-workout grub. So I've got about 300 grams of rice here. So I've got some new rice and a bit of leftover rice from yesterday and about 225 grams of chicken thighs. But yeah, really successful run. I'm super happy with that. Extremely painful towards the end, but pushed through and I'm very happy. I'll put the splits up here as well and we can go through it. So today I basically just trained to feeling. I didn't really focus too much on my heart rate or the pace. I think I'm in a good position now where I kind of know how fast I should be running, which is sustainable. Maybe a few months ago I would always go out too quickly, but now I've kind of settled down and whenever I begin my runs I take it easy, take it slow. And that way, I always feel like, for some reason, when I start off the runs very slow and I have a very low heart rate, towards the later stages of the run, let's say 15 kilometers, 25 kilometers, my heart rate doesn't really peak that high. Whereas if I start off with quite a high heart rate, I can never get it back down and it will just keep going up and up and up and it'll get to like 175, 180. So that's quite interesting from what I've seen. So yeah, the first, I guess, 13 kilometers I was running 5:10, 5:26, 5:06 pace. And then kind of just got into the rhythm because it was a lovely day today. Went to Victoria Park in East London and literally all of the runners were out, all the running clubs were out. And it was quite easy to just end up finding a stranger that kind of runs at the same pace as you and you kind of just stick on them. Obviously not like super close because I'm not a weirdo, but maintain maybe like 10 meters, but just go at their pace. And yeah, I ended up hitting like 4:55. Even went down to like 4:47, I think was my fastest kilometer. And I felt pretty good. Around 23 kilometers, I think I did hit a bit of I did feel a little bit of cramping in my calf because it was quite a hot day today. I think it reached maybe about 16 degrees. I only carried a Lucozade bottle with me. I should have maybe taken a few sips of water. whilst running around, because there are some water stations in Victoria Park, which is excellent. I really, really like that. Note for next time, definitely keep sipping on the water. But around 20, I think, when was it? Maybe like 25K, I decided I'll just go and refill my water bottle at the water station. And that definitely helped towards, I guess, the last few kilometers, because after 31, I was basically limping and kind of, yeah, limping home. So yeah, all in all, a very, very happy run. I'm really happy that I did that, because now, I guess, when it comes to marathon day, I only need to do 8 more kilometers to finish. Whereas if I was to only do 31, that's still 11 Ks to go. And I think psychologically, when you're thinking about double digits in your head, it's very, very tough, like mentally, to keep pushing and pushing. But if it's only 8K, it's like, oh, it's a casual 5K social run plus a little bit extra. So yeah, happy about that. Gonna eat this and do a bit of recovery after.